Hey Premier Planet, Justin Barlow here, and I'm here to fill you in on all the action you might have missed out on if you weren't able to make it out to the Premier Studio this Saturday night for another incredible night of PPW action. We started off the evening with a one-on-one match with a twist. It was one half of the PPW World Tag Team Champions Sem Sei taking on the Bone Dog Bryce Akers, conspicuous by his absence, Mero Mero Iniestra, who was taking El Sabbatical, as he called it, for the week, since he and Sem didn't have to defend their tag team championships this last Saturday. But Sem and Bryce, here's the twist, folks. These two were given 10 minutes of a time limit to try and work with, so these guys had to work fast, they had to work furious, but at the end, neither competitor could seal the deal, and the match ends in a 10-minute time limit draw. But what we saw during this match was a testament to the kind of skill and ability that you can find at the Premier Academy, which, as a reminder, since September of 2012, has sent 6 different individuals down to Florida for official WWE tryouts. Coming out of that match, one-on-one match, if you remember 1 week ago, Connor Corr promised to teach Skye Blue a lesson in hospitality. Connor was determined to make a fool out of Skye, but at the end of the match, Connor, going once too often to the well, tries to deliver one of those bouncing splashes that he likes to do. Skye gets her knees up straight into Connor's abdomen. Connor gets the wind knocked out of him, and that allows Skye to cover Connor and pick up the 1, 2, 3. But the real story here is what happened after the match. As Skye Blue was celebrating her victory, out comes a masked man who we now know as the Russian Assassin, attacks Skye and helps Connor to the back. So Skye Blue wins the match, but apparently Connor Corr now forging this new allegiance, or this new alliance, getting the last laugh over Skye Blue this last Saturday night. And then big time implications in this next match, folks. The #1 contendership to Matt Vine's PPW World Heavyweight Championship was on the line. If you remember, 1 week ago in a #1 contenders gauntlet, it came down to Chase Gosling and Anakin, and their match ended in a draw. This one-on-one match was set up to try and settle who would be the next in line to face the champion, and to further assure that we would have a winner. The guest referee for this contest was Premier COO Rockin' Randy Ritchie, but at the end of this match, both participants, after beating each other into exhaustion, end up on the outside, and we end up with a double countout. So shades of 1 week ago, we have no clear-cut winner. That was when Randy decides to use his executive authority and rule a winner based on a decision, and the hand he raised was that of Anakin. So by decision, Anakin is now your new #1 contender and will go on to face the champion, Matt Vine, with the title on the line. Anakin has come so close in the past. Will this next encounter finally be the time that Anakin grabs that brass ring? We will find out. And then after intermission, folks, it was time to crown 2 more #1 contenders, this time for the PPW World Tag Team Championships. 4 teams were originally scheduled to participate in this. This was a gauntlet-style tournament where one team would be eliminated and then replaced by another team until it was just one team left standing. The first match was contested between the team of Jose Acosta and the Magnificent Red, and their opponents were Slick Willie and Not Bad Chad. And almost as if by some miracle, despite having so little experience in the PPW ring, Magnificent Red is able to reverse a crossbody from Chad and get a pinfall, taking him and Jose into the next round. But they were then faced with the Bone Dog Bryce Akers and the 310-pound Alaskan Wildman Wolfman Huck. And with a splash, big 310-pound frame across Magnificent Red, Huck and Bryce are able to advance. But a serious roadblock was then put in their way in the form of the team of the PPW champion Matt Vine and his partner, the Prince of Pro Wrestling, TJ Steele. Now, Bryce and Huck really put on an impressive showing against their opponents, but at the end, right here, you got to give credit where it's due. This was very creative on the part of Matt Vine and TJ Steele. A double Boston Crab to get the big 300-plus pounder to submit. Matt Vine and TJ Steele thought they had this whole thing in the bag, and they thought they were the next in line to face the champions. But if you remember, later in the week, we announced via our Facebook page that there would be a special announcement made regarding this #1 Contenders Gauntlet tournament. And that special announcement turned out to be this. On Friday, Chase Gosling had signed his and Anakin's name on the dotted line as former champions. They were able to get into this gauntlet at the last minute. Chase Gosling and Anakin ended up being one final opponent for Matt Vine and TJ Steele, and we're going to roll the footage right here, and you can see for yourself who is going on to face the champions. So after a hard-fought battle, your new #1 contenders are Chase Gosling and Anakin. Congratulations to both men who now go on to challenge for the PPW World Tag Team Championships this Saturday. But remember, Anakin really has his hands full this Saturday night, because not only is he going to team with Chase Gosling to take on the tag team champions in the pursuit of tag team gold, he is going to have to go back-to-back in a double main event, because Anakin is also your #1 contender to the PPW World Heavyweight Championship. We have seen Anakin put his heart and soul and body on the line in looking for glory here in Premier Pro Wrestling, but many people have their doubts as to whether or not Anakin has what it takes to survive a double back-to-back main event. But can Anakin leave this Saturday night with not one but 2 championships around his waist? Honestly, I think of anybody on the Premier roster, Anakin is a heavy favorite to be able to do something like that, to have the endurance to get it done again. We have seen that heart and soul on the line so many times. We will find out if Anakin has what it takes this Saturday night to not only win the PPW World Heavyweight Championship from the Symbol of Excellence, Matt Vine, but also with Chase Gosling in his corner to become a 3-time World Tag Team Champion. That all takes place this Saturday night in the Premier Studio, folks. 1230 Davis Road, right here in Woodstock, Illinois. Remember to check us out all over social media: Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube. And if you haven't already done so, get on PremierProWrestling.com, click the on-demand link, and start your 2-week free trial of PPW On Demand. Then once your 2 weeks expires, it's just the low price of $4.99 per month to stream all the PPW content your heart desires. On behalf of all of us here at Premier Pro Wrestling, I'm Justin Barlow. I want to thank you for your continued support, Premier Planet. We'll see you folks out here for another exciting night of action this Saturday night in the Premier Studio.